Welcome to the April 15th edition of Litter Media Live for this Hump Day.
Tax Day.
And it's Hump Day of April. We're halfway through.
We are. Because there's no April 31st.
Right.
That would be May 1st.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Which is May Day. But that's not an emergency. But it is Tax Day.
Which could be an emergency depending on how bad you procrastinate.
That is true. It could be Crisis Wednesday.
Yes.
In which you're like, I ain't going to make it to the midnight deadline. Can I get an extension, please? Something like that. Not the case for us. I'm quoting someone who might need to have an extension.
Right. But we're both responsible. We're trustworthy.
We're good tax-paying citizens.
Yes.
We got our.
I'm trying to add to our credibility for.
Oh, is that right?
We're news reporters, so credibility is important for us.
Absolutely, and we hope that by watching this program, we have earned your trust in a lot of the things that we share with you.
Yes.
In regards to credibility, because it's beneficial news you can use. Plus, it is indeed the good stuff going on in our communities. So, let's jump right into it with our forecast for today. Near record high temperatures reaching the mid-80s. There's no chance of rain that we see. However, I mentioned this on the program yesterday that meteorologists have been telling us we may have a pop-up shower here or there. And man, did they not have something pop up and go through the Columbus area yesterday. There were tornado warnings for Licking County, and it popped up on my phone with the emergency alert system. And as I looked at it, I looked at the radar, and nothing looked bad in southern Ohio, but it was all in the Columbus area. So these things can happen throughout the week. Increasing cloud cover towards the evening tomorrow. We'll still have temperatures in the upper 70s tomorrow, and you might see a bit of a shower later on Thursday, but then back to more sun and temperatures around 80 degrees on Friday. What a great week as we jump into the weekend. Prom season continues. I know some of my Sunday school kids have promised me that despite going to prom, they plan to be in Sunday school class Sunday morning.
Good. Which
means they probably won't go to bed. And I'll be slapping them in the side of the head to wake them up and everything, throwing erasers at them, that sort of thing. It becomes a fun Sunday school class at that point.
Do you throw erasers at your kids?
No.
Okay.
And the cool thing is the eraser that I have is one of those Mr. Clean dry erasers, and it weighs probably 6 ounces. And if I went to throw it... We have
one over there, don't we?
We do.
One of those just foam ones? Yeah.
Yes, and if I went to throw it, it would probably just kind of veer off to the side.
Right.
So, much like my paper planes used to do. Coming up in a moment, so look at what's making news across the Scioto Valley. But first, let's tell you about Accurate Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing, your trusted comfort advisor. When it comes time for maybe the replacement of a unit, take time to visit with the folks at Accurate, because they'll come out and they'll assess the needs that you have, and they'll set you up with the right equipment to help you through the day. They put a Bryant in for us this past year that takes care of both heating and cooling. So we got the Bryant heat pump, and they guarantee their work too. You want to find out more about what they do? Simply click on this ad anywhere you see it on our website, littermedia.com, and it takes you to their website, accuratehvac.com.
At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
I was looking for a first job. I had been babysitting and decided it was something for a little more permanent. It pays very well. It's convenient. You can make your own schedule with the flexibility. That's something that I like. The people that I work with are great. I wouldn't ask for a better crew or management team to work for.
Introducing the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. We want to put your pet in the spotlight. Pets with paws to pets with fins. If they gallop, crawl, or slither, play fetch, or simply curl up and snuggle. Send us a photo of your pet and we'll announce a new pet each week. And one pet will be crowned Pet of the Year. To nominate your pet, visit littermedia.com. Click on Pet of the Week. Tell us about your pet and be sure to include a photo. Watch Litter Media Live each Thursday for the announcement of the Petland Litter Media Pet of the Week. No purchase necessary. Contest applications must be from Ohio residents and at least 18 years old.
The Bean Foundation wants to raise awareness about suicide prevention by sharing 988. Trained crisis counselors are available to talk 24/7, 365 days a year. 988. Save the number. Save a life. To learn more about the Bean Foundation, click on this ad on littermedia.com.
When you go to littermedia.com, you'll find all of our platforms that we're on. We're talking YouTube, Spotify, Litter Media Radio, X, Facebook, and Instagram.
And TikTok. We need to figure out how to add TikTok to that upper right-hand corner.
That'll take a special request to our web designer. So we'll have to put that request in.
Yes, we do.
But check it out. It is littermedia.com.
And one of these things you'll see on TikTok is an interview I did yesterday with Miranda Vance. I took a trip to Maple Grove Prairie to have a chat with the executive director of the Ross County Park District, Miranda Vance. She showed us a sneak peek of their new Wilderness on Wheels mobile unit that's going to come to the area here pretty soon.
So Wilderness on Wheels is our mobile nature center. We'll probably call it the WOW program. This has been something that we've dreamed about for a long time. Ross County is the second largest county in Ohio. People are really spread out here, and there are a lot of underserved areas of the county. So this is one of our efforts to get the park district out in the county more. We're going to be able to take this to the libraries, to the schools, to the village, parks and green spaces, and engage the kids there that maybe don't get to come to our programs in Chillicothe very often. Let's see, come this way. Well, look, this is we have an interactive wall here that the kids are going to be able to push buttons and hear sounds, and there are going to be little things they can move. So this is our raccoon. So it says, let's see who lives in the hollow tree. And then they push this and our little raccoon pops up. And then of course we have Ash, who's our mascot, and Ash is going to be at our grand opening on Friday. I don't know the date Friday, but it's Friday at noon at the Coppell Athletic Complex on Star Drive. So if you have kiddos, if you're out of school, I think Chillicothe's out half a day. So if you have kiddos and want to come and join us, that would be super. We'll have some snacks. And then also on the other side, if you want to spin around, we have we'll have just a work table here. We'll have different interactive learning tools and toys available for kids depending on the age groups that they'll be able to play with. We have a weather wheel. We have some life cycles of plants and butterflies. A few things like that our naturalist Ted Hagerman will be programming with as he teaches kids about nature.
The grand opening for the Wilderness on Wheels is this Friday at noon at the Coppell Athletic Complex, so don't miss it. There'll be plenty of activities for the whole family.
So you get a chance to walk inside and take a look at it, huh?
There's a lot of things that are on the walls in there that they didn't want me to fully reveal before the grand opening, but it looks pretty cool in there. You should check it out.
Bugs, snakes, and that sort of thing?
Well, I don't want to tell you. There's critters.
So be prepared for creepy, crawly critters.
Not live critters.
Gotcha. Kind of like your Bucky's bobblehead over there.
Kind of like my Bucky's bobblehead, sure.
The Man of the Shroud. That's the display that's coming again this week. We talked about this here not long ago, but we wanted to remind people that it's coming up again this Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The exhibit opens up tomorrow night at the Dina Packar Medical Education Building from 6 until 9 p.m. There will be a discussion Friday at Bishop Leger School from 9 to 10, and then an open house before the Mass that they'll have at 5 o'clock at St. Mary's. Well, this will take place over in the St. Mary's Life Center Saturday afternoon from 1 until 4 p.m. We visited with Joe Herlihy and Pam McHugh, who will be leading the presentations just a couple of weeks ago in a special edition of Litter Media Live, and you can find that full interview on our YouTube channel.
Despite the warmer temperatures, the Ohio Department of Natural Resources reminds us that water temperatures remain dangerously cold. Lakes, rivers, and streams are slow to warm up this time of year, and even strong swimmers can experience cold water shock, exhaustion, or hypothermia within minutes. A properly fitted U.S. Coast Guard approved life jacket will keep a person's head above water during the body's initial cold shock response when breathing becomes difficult and the risk of cardiac event increases. Learn more about cold water risks and early season safety information on the ODNR website, including tips on high water, proper gear, and safe paddling practices.
I'm not big on cold water, and I mean, it takes, even summertime, takes me forever to get into the pool. But to see video of kids that are going out and walking through the creek at this time of the year right now, I just get chills.
Yeah,
just thinking to myself, that's got to be cold water.
And even if it's safe and it's shallow water to wade in, we have to remember to be careful because cold water sends a shock to our system.
It does do that, yes.
You don't want that to happen in water that's too deep.
Precisely. Ohio University Chillicothe is hosting its Kids in College Summer Program, June 1st through the 12th of this year. Each week, a new set of courses are offered in the morning and afternoon sessions. Kids in College is a summer enrichment program for students in kindergarten through the 8th grade. A group of enthusiastic, imaginative instructors, business owners, and college faculty offer hands-on learning opportunities as the part of this program. Registration is open through May 18th. The fee for each class is $50, and some classes may also require material fees. But Kids in College t-shirts are also ordered at $12 each. Throughout the program, participants will engage in a variety of activities, including marine biology, art exploration, cartooning, pottery, music, STEM, scientific discovery, stand-up comedy, and cake decorating, and much more.
There's a new partnership between the State Department of Children and Youth and Ohio 211 to expand services to all 88 Ohio counties. Governor Mike DeWine says the partnership ensures every Ohioan can access local community resources no matter where they live. The statewide expansion will be fully implemented by the end of June. You hear about 211 every day on this show. 211 is the free 24/7 service that connects callers to support for nutritional assistance, housing and shelter, medical services, government programs, transportation, legal assistance, counseling, disaster recovery, and other everyday needs. For more information about 211, you can visit ohio211.org.
And you can see there that it's in Ross County, but it's not around the contiguous communities to our east, west, and south, but it's coming soon. So congratulations to those areas, because it's a very, if you ever have someone come to the community and say, hey, where can I find security for food? Or where can I find someplace to stay? Or where can you find this? 211.
Yeah.
You call 211, and then they answer the phone and they say, what's your question? And then they have a network that they can connect you with where you need to go.
Yeah. It's kind of like the good news version of calling information.
Precisely. It is indeed all good news. Mark your calendars for this safe gravestone cleaning instruction with the Ross County Historical Society. And the reason we say it's safe is because it's not for your safety, but for the safety of the gravestone and its integrity. May 9th, 8:45 till noon at Green Lawn Cemetery. Instruction will be provided by Chillicothe Monument and Hardy Memorial. We had them in a couple of years ago when they were doing some of the white marble over in the Soldier Circle area there at Green Lawn Cemetery, and impeccably white. It's incredible the work that they did. And that was some of the first cleaning that they knew of for probably, I think they said went back 100 years.
Yeah, I mean, look at the before and after in this photo here on the flyer here, and it's impressive.
It really is.
What you can do.
So be prepared by bringing a bucket, gloves, rag, and brush. And this is a great way to learn how to volunteer in your community and be proud of the men and women from our community that are part of American history.
Yeah, local pride. It goes a long way.
It does.
Tickets are available now for Tecumseh. This is opening soon at Sugarloaf Mountain. The show opens on June 4th, so we're only a little over a month away from the best outdoor theater experience in the country. And I wrote that myself, and I stand by that statement. You can find tickets available on tecumsehdrama.com.
His name is Aaron Glandon, and he endorses this statement.
Yes, I do.
Godspell takes the stage at the Ohio Christian University Ministry and Performing Arts Center. It's this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I spoke with some of the students directing the production yesterday for a special edition of Litter Media Live, asking first how they were treading the waters of the production known to the secular world and trying to conform it to the gospel. Well, production director Alana Bradley and also stage manager Abraham Heimbach explained the OCU production leans more into the gospel as a guide.
We kind of fell in love with it, fell in love with the music and the meaning and the message behind it. It's so positive. It's very uplifting. And we came to realize over time, like, we think this is great for our cast. It's great for us as a crew. And we think it's awesome for like the audiences we normally have. So we're very passionate about bringing Godspell back to this stage, because honestly, it's been around for a while and it's a great show. So we're kind of really excited to share it and bring it a little new life, like a new vibe and nuance.
We believe that we've sought diligently for the sincerity of the Gospels, especially the Gospels of Matthew and Luke. And I think we put on a very fun yet serious and authentic depiction of Jesus's ministry and his teachings.
Tickets for the shows will be available at the door, but you can select your own seat online by going to purplepass.com/OCU Godspell. As always, you can see the interview, including cast member Ellie Kokenauer, who you see in the right-hand corner there. She's nodding her head, on Litter Media's YouTube channel.
And that's news.
Yeah. All right, coming up in a moment. Oh, by the way, you were talking about something coming up this weekend. Don't forget the Scioto River cleanup is this weekend.
Yes,
we talked about that last week. We'll try and remind people again, maybe in tomorrow's show and Friday again as well. But that plus the Earth Gathering is going on.
$150.
$150 is going on as well. So there is a lot of stuff happening this week. It seems like the big weekend to do stuff.
Yeah, it is.
And proms. So watch for the kids wearing their tuxes and their dresses. They'll be out and about as well downtown.
Look for runners, look for high schoolers, look for people cleaning up the river.
Yeah, I don't think the kids that are going to be dressed in their prom gowns will be running. They might.
Right. I'm just saying, when you're driving along, look for all these people because they're going to be out and about.
Right.
Be careful.
Yes, just mosey along through the construction and everything this weekend. All right, coming up, a look at sports on the way next.
Pain was interfering with Tiffany's active lifestyle. Same-day hip replacement at the Adina Orthopedic and Spine Institute got her back to the community she calls home. At Adina, we do what we love, so you can too.
Find a career you love with Pickaway Ross Adult Education. Skilled trades careers are in high demand with no signs of slowing down. Pickaway Ross offers career training programs with expert instructors and hands-on learning tactics to create a variety of opportunities. Visit our website for more information.
Tecumseh. Fascinating. Captivating. Mesmerizing. Tecumseh.
Life. It can get on top of you quickly, can't it? But with 211, it only takes one step to get connected to the help you need. 211 is always available to help. So get in touch today.
Weren't we just talking about 211?
We were. And Tecumseh.
And Tecumseh in our show today. Time for sports, and we begin with our Haynes Total Healthcare Center High School scoreboard. It's available for your perusal at littermedia.com. Just some of the highlights for you, a couple of softball notes. We talked about Piketon winning that marathon event in a slugfest the other night against Adena. Well, last night they were edged by Wellston 4-3. That's just the second loss in the season for the Red Streaks. 5 different McLean Tigers socked home runs in a 20-16 win over Unioto last night.
Wow.
In baseball, the Shermans beat McLean 10-6. Chillicothe got past Jackson 3-2 to take the lead in the FAC boys tennis standings. Other boys tennis winners included Waverly over Athens and Portsmouth Clay taking Menford. We'll tell you that Chillicothe got rocked by Hillsborough in baseball the other day, 17-7. They play again today. So if you want to go out and check, I think the game was played in Hillsborough the other day, and I think it's at Chillicothe today. So get out and support our local teams in sports.
And it's a beautiful day for it. You got no excuse.
They had the Radiger Invitational yesterday down at Waverly, and I was waiting for results on that. And when I went to the results page, it looked like they didn't get all of the events in. So I don't know if it was official or what the case may be, but I believe the Unioto boys were the winners, or were leading at the time, and Waverly girls, I believe, were leading on the other side. So we'll throw that out there too.
Yes. Talking about the CBJ, whose season came to an end last night. They lost 2-1 to Washington. The Capitals scored with 5 minutes remaining. The Blue Jackets lost their last 6 home games, finishing just outside the playoffs. And it's a sad story for their season, because there was a run where they looked really good.
Well, there was a stretch where it was like, come on, guys, are you guys going to get it together? And then they made the coaching change, and then boom.
They came out on fire.
They couldn't lose. And then last night, the coach comes unglued during the presser, and he says they just got to hate to lose. They got to develop the hate to lose. And, I mean, his collar is all ruffled up, and his tie he looked pretty disheveled, and he did make the statement, I don't know if I'll be back next year, but if I am, this has got to change. And you and I are in agreement. We like that. I mean, he gave us that 80s emotion in a press conference without hiding anything, and that's what I miss. I miss seeing a coach being real.
You want a coach with some passion. If you don't have a coach who's putting it out on the line to the press after the game, then you don't have a coach who loves the sport or success or winning.
Well, there's a percentage of, I might say, I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
Can't say it's always like that. So
you have to see some flashes of passion, though.
You do need to see that, yes. Some have been very calm, cool, and collected. But then when they get a little upset, they capture your attention.
Right.
They really do. Then there's others that are just that way all the time, and you just can't figure them out.
You mentioned, when we were talking about this off air, you mentioned Belichick and how he's always so stoic when he talks to the press. He's not like that in the locker room, I bet.
Oh, no.
That's when you want to see a coach
just
who takes it seriously.
Out there asking questions.
Yeah.
All right, on to the Reds. They got solo home runs last night from this guy, Sal Stewart, and also from Spencer Steer. A 2-1 win over the Giants last night. Giants run came on a home run as well. Brady Singer pitched well for the win, but he took a line drive off of his plant foot, and it went skipping into foul territory. Stewart was able to get it in time and then tag the runner out. But then he did not come back in after that. So question is, how is that going to work out? The worry continues for Nick Lodolo with that blister issue. They showed him doing a bullpen session. I think this was Sunday. And I saw him throw a pitch and then kind of look at his finger again. And I don't know if that was live or if it was something they had taped just to show you. But then they came out yesterday and said, well, it's going to take him a little bit longer. I'm like, man, do you just change up your pitch? What do? Do you put a protective thing over your finger? Are you allowed to do that in the major leagues? I don't know. So, yeah. The Reds back at it again tonight, game 2, and Rhett Lauder gets the start for the Reds against a former Reds pitcher, Tyler Mahle. They traded him to the Twins a couple of years back. Now he's with the Giants, and he's making his he's looking for his first win on this season, too, I think. So that'll take place tonight, and the Reds open up the set in first place, tied with Pittsburgh tonight.
St. Louis beat Cleveland 6-5 in 10 innings last night. The loss puts the Guardians at a game out of first place in the AL Central. They'll wrap up the series this afternoon with the rubber match.
Mm-hmm. You like bookcases?
Yeah.
I had to put several bookcases together because Missy reads like crazy, and she had this boxes of books everywhere, and I'm like, okay, something's got to change here. So I bought some bookcases, assembled them, and then she's got a place for all of her books now.
Did you get any book chests?
I did not. Those were a little more expensive than my budget was prepared to handle.
Well, those might come up on This Date in History. After the break.
Well, that's kind of why I asked.
Well, I turned it around on you, didn't I?
There's your teaser.
First, we want to tell you about Litter Quality Propane, online all the time. Customer payment, account information, and more. You can log on at litterpropane.com.
The Pike County Career and Technology Center provides hands-on, skilled trades training with engaging curriculums and endless possibilities. From automotive technology, carpentry, business management, to culinary arts and interactive media. From electricity, welding, HVAC, engineering, and medical technology, to pre-nursing, basic food service, and public safety. We're preparing our youth for America's workforce through today's technology. To learn more about Pike County CTC, visit pikectc.org.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch just to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing, download the Kingston National Bank Mobility app today.
Discover Ross County. From the breathtaking outdoor adventures to the historic sights of Chillicothe and family-friendly events and festivals. Explore more at visitchillicotheohio.com or download the free mobile app today.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
Visit your local Dixie Chopper dealer today or visit dixiechopper.com.
Each week, we'll announce the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. And in December, we'll announce the Player of the Year. Nominate any amateur athlete by visiting littermedia.com and click on Player of the Week. You'll also see the players we've named throughout the year. Make your nomination today for the Neil Coleman Insurance Wyandotte Mutual Intermedia Player of the Week, presented by Homeland Credit Union. Time for This Date in History. We've got two today.
Yes, we do.
You've got them on a split image that we're going to take a look at here. There it is. Look at that split image.
I'm going to zoom out a little bit so we can...
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to do the short one first. 2012. Hologram of the late rapper Tupac features a stage with Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre at Coachella Music Festival.
Now, have you seen the video of this?
I have not.
It's actually really fascinating. That's why I threw it in here.
And that's why he's blue there with
he's a hologram.
Great abs and not so much in the way of pectoral muscles.
Yeah.
And the other one is 1612. Hugo Grotius.
1621.
Did I say 12?
Yes, you did.
1621. Hugo Grotius arrives in France after escaping prison in a book chest. Grotius was a Dutch humanist, diplomat, lawyer, theologian, jurist, statesman, poet, and playwright. A teenage prodigy, he was born in Delft and studied at Leiden University. He was imprisoned in Loevestein Castle for his involvement in the controversies over religious policy of the Dutch Republic, but escaped hidden in a chest of books that was regularly brought to him. Grotius wrote most of his major works while in exile in France.
Now, I didn't know anything about this guy yesterday when I was writing the script.
Yeah.
But on the website where I get our This Date in History events, it said he escapes in a book chest, and I looked that up because just that one sentence was very fascinating to me. And then I looked into the life of this guy, and he did tons of stuff. He was a humanist, diplomat, lawyer, theologian, jurist. I mean, how many titles did this guy have?
Let alone he was enslaved, right?
Yeah.
Or imprisoned.
Yeah.
So, in a castle.
Impressive resume there from
that is pretty impressive.
Hugo Grotius.
You could accomplish a lot back in 1621. And that's where you say, okay, that's what your kid's doing. What about my kid? And my kid's just out killing rats. Everybody has an important job, right?
Yeah.
In that respect.
And sometimes it gets you sent to prison and you have to mail yourself to safety.
I'm going to climb into this book chest. How did they not see that he was missing?
Yeah, why didn't they open up the book chest?
Yeah.
Huh. I don't know.
There's a lot of things we don't know.
Whatever. The Dutch Republic, I assume they're the ones who imprisoned him. They must not have been very bright at the time.
Or very trustworthy.
Right.
Of those they imprison. All right, national days. What's the tip of the spear, so to speak?
The tip of the spear is tax day, which we all know about.
Yes.
And that's the pointy part that'll get you.
Yeah, and during my radio days, and I assume they still do this, but during the radio days, we were given a projection of when you stop paying the taxes. So Tax Freedom Day seems to get pushed back further and further into May. Do you know what I'm talking of?
Yes.
So all the money that you're making now up until a certain date in May is going to pay your taxes. After that Tax Freedom Day, then the rest of the money is yours. It's just they take it out of your paycheck each and every payment.
Yes.
Remember the good old days when we didn't have an income tax?
Remember when we got so upset about taxes that we started a revolution?
Right. And that was over tea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now they're taxing our living.
And
we're not saying that Litter Media is going to start the revolution, but
no.
Sort of a double standard.
Well, that would just be repeating what everybody else has already done over time. So, yeah.
There's a glazed spiral ham day.
Ooh, I like that.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
Laundry day.
Yeah. I like fresh laundry.
Purple Up day.
Purple Up day.
Now, I don't know what this is.
It's like Barney the dinosaur purple.
I don't know. We'll have to give it a Googs after I get through the rest of these.
I'll give it a Googs now.
All right. It's Rubber Eraser Day. Take a wild guess day. Why don't we take a wild guess as to what Purple Up means first?
Well,
I'm going to guess it has something to do with a sports team, and their colors are purple, and that's what they say. They say Purple Up. Yeah. It's Titanic Remembrance Day, of course, and it's Banana Day.
Mm-hmm. Purple Up Day. Now this says Purple Up Day was April 9th of 2026. It says it's celebrated on April 15th. That's odd. Maybe there was an event that the image is showing us here that they were doing to prepare for Purple Up Day.
Maybe.
This day is part of the larger month of the Military Child Observance in April and is dedicated to recognizing the strength, resilience, and sacrifices of military-connected children. There you go.
All right. Well, I didn't know that.
So, there's a time to celebrate. And back in my day, when I was going to school, elementary school, we were still in the Vietnam War. And So in 1973, the war came to a close, and we were getting a lot of military kids because Lockbourne Air Force Base was an Air Force base at the time, and our school was within 10 miles of Lockbourne Air Force Base. So we had a lot of military kids coming to our school, but we also had this influx of refugees, and we had a number of Vietnam kids that were basically the military men or women who were serving there brought some kids back, or they appealed for adoption of some of these kids and brought them back home with them. And it was a cultural change for us, certainly cultural change for them as well, but doing what they could to help those kids. And it's been a really cool experience to get a chance to meet with some of these kids and learn from their different cultures and all.
Yeah.
The one kid that we had in our class, our Pop McFullen, Pop Fullen was our history teacher in junior high. He could not pronounce the young man's name. I can't remember his name, but Pop says, okay, from here on out, your name is Sonny. And he was known as Sonny the rest of the year.
Yeah.
So, at any rate, yeah, a lot of good, cool things happening there. Coming up, we'll have a special edition of Litter Media Live. That's coming up at noon today. So, if you're watching this on a replay, you'll want to check our YouTube channel for that production. But if you're watching live right now, coming up about 12 o'clock, we'll visit with Debbie Rossman. She's written a book. We'll explain coming up. So until then, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday on Litter Media Live.